This video delivers a powerful and intense look at two real-life situations where individuals are forced to confront the consequences of their choices. From the very beginning, the tone is serious and emotionally charged, as both cases unfold with high stakes and life-changing decisions on the line. The atmosphere is tense, and every moment feels unpredictable as the individuals involved face difficult questions, tough options, and the weight of their past actions. In the first part of the video, we see a young man standing at a crossroads in his life. After making a mistake that violated the conditions he was supposed to follow, he is given a rare opportunity to choose his future. On one side is a strict and demanding path that requires discipline, effort, and a commitment to change. On the other side is a much harsher outcome that would take away years of his life. The pressure is intense, and his decision could define his entire future. As the situation unfolds, you can feel the seriousness of the moment, as he realizes that this might be his last chance to turn things around. The second part of the video shifts focus to another individual who has also failed to follow the rules set for her. However, this situation takes a different turn. The violation is more severe, and the outcome comes quickly and firmly. There is little room for negotiation, and the consequences are immediate. It becomes clear that repeated mistakes or serious violations can lead to outcomes that cannot be undone. The emotional weight of the moment is evident, as the reality of the situation sets in. Throughout the video, one clear message stands out: every decision has consequences. Whether it's a small mistake or a major violation, the impact can be life-changing. The video highlights how important it is to take responsibility, make better choices, and understand the seriousness of the situations we put ourselves in. It also shows that while second chances can exist, they are not guaranteed.
Because we're here on a motion to revoke, because the state is alleging that there are some actions that you did that were a violation of your conditions. Do you understand? All right. So are you the same Joshua Jacob Cannon who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2570B for the offense of aggravated robbery on June 12, 2023 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. If we're proceeding with number 2, that is the second to last one.
Okay.
There's a violation of condition number 2 on or about the 16th day of August 2024. Bear County, Texas, the defendant Joshua Jacob Cannon admitted in there commit to the illegal use of controlled substance, namely marijuana, violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Waiver may violate condition.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you to life in prison?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you have some sort of an agreement that you've worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that. Once you've pled true, I can sentence you to life in prison. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Knowing that, you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is denied a motion to adjudicate, continue the individual on the deferred with the amendments to add MRT pillars and intensive outpatient treatment.
All right. Is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Let me ask you something. Do you want to go to prison?
No, ma'am.
Then why are you doing this?
I make bad decisions.
No, I mean, here's the thing. You have decisions that you have to make. And on the one hand, your decision is, do I want to do this? If I do this and I'm caught, I can look at life in prison. And then what ends up happening is your attorney has, and this is where I've been a defense attorney before. This is where the attorneys are throwing themselves on the mercy of the court saying, please let this judge follow our agreement, even though I don't have to do it. So when you're making decisions and knowing you could go to prison, and you're still choosing to do this nonsense.
I've been going to NA meetings. I've been going there for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to
Well, but see, here's the thing. You've been on probation since 2023 and you only have two weeks. What have you been doing with your life? Do you have employment?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Home Country Waste Solutions. I work 60 hours every week.
But you find time to do this. So, I mean, I will tell you, and your attorney will tell you, and Mr. Garhan will tell you. How old are you?
20.
You're 20. Do you know how many 20-year-olds are at the prison? A lot. And if you don't want to get your life in order, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be at the prison. I will still remember you because I remember all the people who come through here. But you know what everybody's going to say? Oh, well. And this is what I can tell you about the government. The government may not have money to build state hospitals, but they will always find money for the prisons. And whether or not there's supposed to be 5 people in the cell or 2 people in the cell, they will put 5 people in that cell. They will put 6 people in that cell because they're not going to let you just be out here and say, oh, well, you know, it's overcrowded, so we don't have another jail, so we'll just let him be out here. That's not the way it works. And he can tell you that's not the way it works. And if you're drug tested today, are you going to be positive? You need to tell the truth and shame the devil. What are you going to be positive for?
Marijuana. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know people say marijuana is not a big thing, but when you're on probation, guess what? And your attorney will tell you this. You're not even allowed to drink alcohol in your house.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not even allowed to smoke marijuana in your house. If you do, you know what that's telling me? You want to go to prison. So I'm going to give you a decision. And what I can tell you is, you know yourself better than your attorney does, better than I do, better than probation, better than the state does. So I want you to look deep inside yourself and discover and realize whether or not you can complete this probation or not, because you signed up for probation to be on probation for 10 years. So that's 2033. If you cannot complete this probation and you know you cannot complete this probation, just let us know. I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Otherwise, I will follow this agreement that you've reached. They're going to give you UAs and they're going to test for levels. If those levels go up, that signifies that you're using, and a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and we're going to be right back here. So those are your only 2 choices. I'll give you the MRT, the intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to make you do NA meetings, and they're going to test for levels, or you can call it a day, and I'll sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Which do you prefer?
TR meetings.
All right. Have you had a time to internalize that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because I will tell you, the state will tell you, I've sent 20-year-olds to prison before.
And Judge, I know he's very emotional.
IOP, and I'm going to want UAs, test him for levels. And he's going to do sober support meetings. In 30 days. And your levels should start going down. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
Judge Austin, do you want to give those ways?
How often are you, because it's marijuana in his system?
Every 2 weeks, Judge.
All right, so there's going to be UA every 2 weeks until he presents with a negative UA. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everything that you do from here on out, I'm going to help you with your decision making. If your actions could result in you being revoked and going to prison, you shouldn't do it. If your actions are like, maybe this is something I can get revoked for, maybe not, you shouldn't do it. Do you understand? Because otherwise, you're going to be at the prison. And either you are, well, first a motion to revoke will be filed. Either you're going to make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, we'll bring you over dressed in orange. We'll hear it. and either you're going to get revoked or not, and either you'll end up in prison or not. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nieto,
Yes, ma'am.
did you review the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Kimberly Nieto who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7417 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on September 19th, 2022 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
State Your Honor, violation condition number 41. On or about the 21st day of July 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Kimberly Nieto, did then and there fail to comply with the rules and regulations, the work release GPS program, and that the defendant was removed due to a tampering event in violation of condition number 40.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State will waive the other violation.
Any objections?
No objection, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition 41 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, there is. That is to revoke the defendant's probation, adjudicator guilty and sentenced her to 4 years TC.
Is that correct, counsel?
That is agreement.
All right, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
You're not gonna try to complain about it tomorrow. Appeal.
No, ma'am, I'm not gonna complain.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, the court will grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Gabriel Serda, that's SERDA. And the court will request the therapeutic community to address any mental health issues. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because you reached a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to have to make better changes in your life. And when you are released, you are still not allowed to have any contact with that person. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
One more thing, Judge.
Yes.
You're giving her credit for time served. Would the court consider giving her credit? She went to ISP also, and I don't know if that's part of the automatic
So she was in a lockdown facility.
for 6 months.
State, was that successfully completed?
Yes, Judge.
All right,
She did EDRF 119 days, and she also did ISF. That was 19 days.
all right. Well, legally, I have to give her credit for that, so I will.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
As the video reaches its conclusion, the weight of everything that has happened truly sinks in. Both situations serve as a powerful reminder that life is often shaped by the decisions we make in moments of weakness or pressure. What may seem like a small mistake at the time can quickly spiral into something much more serious, bringing consequences that are difficult to escape. The emotions, the tension, and the final outcomes all come together to leave a lasting impact on anyone watching. In one case, there is still a narrow path forward, a chance to rebuild, to learn, and to prove that change is possible. But even that opportunity comes with strict expectations and the understanding that there may not be another chance. It's a moment filled with pressure, but also with a glimpse of hope, showing that sometimes people are given one last shot to turn their lives around. In the other situation, the outcome is far more final. The decisions made have led to consequences that cannot be reversed, serving as a stark reminder of how quickly things can change. There's a sense of finality that lingers, making it clear that not all paths offer a second chance. Overall, this video leaves viewers thinking deeply about accountability and the importance of making better choices. It highlights how every action matters and how the direction of one's life can change in an instant. By the end, it's not just about what happened. It's about the lesson it leaves behind, that the future is always being shaped by the choices we make today, and sometimes, those choices define everything that comes next.